So exactly what do we mean when we talk about the whole Roanoke Valley?
We're going to give you a virtual tour today using Google Earth.
Hey, real quick, it's Hal and Chris. If you're interested in buying or selling in Roanoke, reach out to us with the contact information on the screen.
And be sure to take the neighborhood quiz, which is in the description below, to find out what part of Roanoke is going to be best for you.
So we're going to start with a high-level overview of exactly where Roanoke is located within Virginia and here in the southeast United States. And then we're going to dial it into like the 7 counties that encompass the Roanoke Valley as we see it from a day-to-day basis.
Do I get to drive?
Sure.
Okay. I love driving.
She's the best co-pilot ever.
Okay, so I want you to first notice Roanoke's proximity. Here's the whole great Commonwealth state of Virginia. And we lie in the southwest part of the region. You can see we've got some beautiful mountain ranges of the Blue Ridge Mountains, and we'll talk about those. You'll even get to see them virtually on this tour here.
Yeah, thanks to technology and Google Earth. It's pretty amazing.
Love it. Love it. So let's talk about proximity. We're really close living in Roanoke here to quite a few major cities. Washington, you want to start with that?
Yeah, Washington, D.C., we're about 3.5, 4 hours from there. You can actually take a train on Amtrak from Roanoke to there. It takes a little bit longer to go that route, but what you do, insider tip, is you take some cards, you take some food, you sit in the dining car, have a good time, play games. I think our daughter would love to play chess the whole time, right?
Yes, chess. And then moving a little further south is what?
Richmond. Yeah, so Richmond is the state capital of Virginia, and it's about 2.5 to 3 hours, depending upon traffic, to get over there from Roanoke. And then from there, we've got Virginia Beach. So if you love living in the mountains, but you're like, hey, I got to get my beach fix on from time to time, then you're only about a 4 to 4.5 hour drive over to Virginia Beach, where you can see the ocean and put your feet in the sand.
I like that. And then also we dip into North Carolina quite a bit. They have some other amenities, areas, airports, things like that. Raleigh, the state capital, is right here. And how far is that from Roanoke to Raleigh?
Oh, it's about 3 hours. And then you've got Greensboro, which is just to the west of there as well. That we'll actually go down there and go to Wet and Wild Emerald Point. So I took the kids there this past year.
And Winston-Salem's a great place. There's a lot of, we used to live in North Carolina, so it's near and dear to our heart. A lot of places, you know, we're bordered by West Virginia. We've got Maryland, all kinds of places. So great proximity.
And don't forget about the National Forest, right?
Oh, yeah. So you can see here that we lie around some wonderful national forests, and that leads to beautiful hiking, scenery, views, all kinds of stuff. When you think about Roanoke, it really is the best of both worlds. You've got this mid-sized community that is bordered by forests, so it's really nice. But let's go ahead and dive in. I want to take a more regional view of the area.
Oh, excellent. So we'll start on the west side and we'll kind of work our way around. So west of Roanoke is going to be Blacksburg. If you're familiar with Blacksburg, Virginia Tech Hokies are there. A little bit further south of there is Radford. The Radford University is over there. And then if we go to the north, we've got Lexington, Stanton, Charlottesville.
Oh, yeah.
Those are a little bit further away. Those are about 1.5 to 2 hours, so not truly the Roanoke Valley. So I probably jumped the gun a little bit there, went a little bit too far out of area.
Well, that's what we're doing. We're going to keep going further and further in, but Stanton is a really neat place, very historic, and Charlottesville is a great place to visit as well.
Yes, so UVA is in, we got to give UVA their props too.
That's
so
right.
Virginia Tech's in Blacksburg, you got UVA in Charlottesville, and so great opportunity for if you need any vet services at Virginia Tech, and then a whole lot of great medical care at UVA in Charlottesville. If you can't get what you need at Carulla, here in the Roanoke Valley.
That's right. And then heading over more towards the east here, we have Lynchburg and Richmond. So Lynchburg is just a neighboring place. It's a little outside of our area, but great municipality, fantastic area, lots of history there as well. And then we have some family in this part of the state. And then Richmond, of course, is our state capital here. And then what about to the south?
Oh, and then to the south, you've got Martinsville. Yeah, but before we get to Martinsville, though, you got Smith Mountain Lake. Yeah, that little spot right there. So how many miles of shoreline do we have there? Like 500 miles? 500 miles of shoreline. So it's really large, amazing lake that is south of Roanoke City.
Okay, as we dive into what we consider the Roanoke Valley, I want to show you a great map resource that we have through the Roanoke Valley Association of Realtors. And this kind of highlights the municipalities, the 7 municipalities that we serve here. This is an insert or an inlay here. It's just a blow up of these counties. So that is the Southwest area. And we're going to talk about all these today. We're going to talk about Roanoke City, City of Salem, Roanoke County that surrounds them both, kind of like a donut.
Yeah.
Hear me say that. And then we've got Craig County, Botetourt County, Bedford County, Franklin County, and there's Smith Mountain Lake in between Bedford and Franklin, like you talked about.
Yep. And then right there on the south side, right there, you've got Pittsylvania County, which isn't on here. So that's the southernmost end of Smith Mountain Lake, also abuts Pittsylvania County there. And then this particular map right here is inside of our buyer resource guide. So if you're interested in that, you can email us, you can text us, whatever. We'll send you that, but it tells you all about the Roanoke Valley, as well as what it takes to buy a house here in the Roanoke Valley.
Yeah. So let's dive back over to Google Earth and start zooming in. Now that you have kind of that general framework, we're going to start with Roanoke City. And I'm diving in. Why don't we start at the start? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
The iconic Mill Mountain Star.
That's right. So we're known as the Star City.
Right.
And this is why.
Yeah. You can see from this vantage point, and whenever they took this video, all the trail system that is up there. And then, of course, you've got a great overlook here. So let's take a look at what this looks like. This is a beautiful mountain just right inside the city limits. And while you're there at Mill Mountain Star, you can see how beautiful those mountain ranges are. Oh, look at that. It's so nice. I'm talking about Roanoke City, it is, like you said, it's a star city of the South, really the regional hub of Southwestern Virginia. And it's got just really strong cultural amenities. I'm going to try to get over to downtown here. Cultural amenities. I like to call it the Goldilocks area because it's not too big, it's not too small. You can see that we don't have very many skyscrapers, but the skyline is still beautiful. It's surrounded by mountains. We really are in a valley.
Which for some people is a problem. They feel like claustrophobic, right? So
True.
There's a lot of people who are used to flatlands and that type of thing. If they get here, they're like, oh my goodness, I can't handle it because the mountains are all around me.
Yeah.
And then you've got curvy roads too. There are not a whole lot of straight roads here in the Roanoke
That's
Valley.
True. Right.
And you get back out into the rural areas especially.
I'm pretty used to that.
Yep.
But yeah, so you can see this is really the majority of the downtown area of Roanoke City here. And as you can see, you've got quite a lot of residential suburbs surrounding, lots of green space. This is the Wasena area. We're going to do more videos where we dive into these areas. We'll tell you all about things like South Roanoke, Hunting Hills, Botetourt, all over the place, Cave Spring. Yeah, let's dig into that. But for today, it's really just an overview.
Okay, so we talked about Roanoke City, which is that center of the donut. And what we're going to do now is we're going to zoom out to Roanoke County. And as we're doing that, don't forget we've got other videos on our channel right now that talk specifically about each area, whether it's Roanoke City, Wasena, Grandin, Botetourt County, and the place we mentioned so far. We've got dedicated videos on our channel for those. And so now what I want to do is kind of show you what we were talking about with the exterior of the donut. So if you kind of make that circle there, we'll start on the south side to begin with. And the kind of the hub of South Roanoke County is going to be Cave Spring. So over there, you're going to have, lots of neighborhoods. You're going to have lots of places to eat as far as like dining options, shopping options, those types of things. Over there, there's a brand new YMCA at the Tanglewood Mall area. They just opened up tons of indoor pickleball courts. And there's a big pediatric center there as well. So they're reutilizing and reinventing the old Tanglewood Mall right there.
We have so many resources that tell you exactly what kind of amenities there are because It's just, there's so much in all of these areas. But yeah, this is a pretty good overlook of Cave Spring. You like to say that if you're coming from a more metropolitan area, that this is pretty reminiscent of the typical suburb areas that you would find in those areas. You can see that there's plenty of tree-lined streets, walkable neighborhoods. It's a really neat place to go. Our clients really enjoy living in the Cave Spring area.
And they keep going that way because we want to talk about we're going to talk about how the county does have some rural feel to it, right?
Definitely.
So we go over towards Salem. We're not talking about Salem City just yet, but we're going to talk about the Catawba area, which is the western part of Roanoke County. And because the great thing about that is you can, let's see, we're looking for Appalachian Trail and McAfee's Knob there. So we're getting there.
Look at these, the topography here. I love this. I think it is so cool just to see. Within 5 or 10 minutes, you can be in the mountains. You can hit the trails. We've got a golf course over here in Hanging Rock. That's the Salem area we'll get to in a minute. Yeah, so McAfee's Knob is over here. Bennett Springs, that Carvin's Cove. Roanoke County is home to a lot of amenities like the Blue Ridge Parkway. You were referring to McAfee's Knob. That's part of the Appalachian Trail that runs from
Georgia all the way up to Maine.
Good job. That was a test.
I wasn't expecting that one.
You did great. You passed.
All right.
Carvin's Cove, we have a whole video on that because that is one of the largest municipal parks in the entire United States. You can do so much.
You can do hiking, you can do mountain biking, you can do equestrian, you can go fishing on the other side in the actual reservoir. So you name it, you can spend all day there, picnic, everything you would want for an exterior expedition. You could be had there.
Yeah, and look at that. This is Carvin's Cove. Great view here of the recreational area. Trails throughout. Excellent for mountain biking, hiking. Again, we'll dive into that at another time where we can really spend some time dissecting those areas. But let's move over to the Cloverdale area in Bonsack.
Yeah, so this is going to be North Roanoke County, which is going to be, let's see, I'm trying to find, because you got Botetourt East there. So trying to dial it in to more North Roanoke County, which is going to be the Hollins area, right in here, above 581, southeast of I-81. But you got Bonsack, you got the Cloverdale area, and that's where kind of Botetourt and North Roanoke County kind of like merged together right there at the Cloverdale area, which is what she's panning through right now. And you've got over there, you've got Reed Mountain Preserve, which is within the Samuels Gate subdivision. So
great little hike there. Yeah, that's really nice. Yeah. And then lots of, we've got the elementary school system.
That's the middle school for Botetourt County right there. That's Reed Mountain.
Sorry. I thought we were on, I'm not lost. I'm driving, but I'm not lost. So I was thinking about the the elementary school that's right down from
Which is Bonsack Elementary. She's going to be over here.
Okay, thank you.
So there's Cloverdale Road.
Oh, yeah, okay. Now I know where I am.
This way.
We used to live over here, so...
But it's different looking at it with Google Maps and Google Earth versus like driving it.
Yeah.
So there's Stamen Road.
Oh, I think we're on Reed Mountain now.
Yep.
Let's adjust the tilt and move over this giant mountain. Isn't that cool? I mean, and I really like that there's not a lot of mountaintop development here. So we can really enjoy these areas. Okay, thank you. Okay, Reed Mountain Preserve.
There's where we used to live, right there.
Yeah, we used to live on Crumpacker Drive here. This area used to historically be orchards.
Yep.
So they've turned it into residential housing here, and you have the benefit of this beautiful views in the Roanoke County area, as well as Botetourt.
I still remember the night that we sat on the back deck of our house on Crumpacker, and we saw the lightning storm over the Blue Ridge Parkway, which you just passed right there on the right side. So we looked directly into that, and it was like the most amazing lightning storm I've ever seen through the clouds. Super cool.
So we're making our way clockwise around the donut, right?
Oh, yeah, you can do clockwise, yeah.
So now we're heading across the Blue Ridge Parkway, beautiful scenic drive. We have a video on that if you'd like to learn more. And heading into the Vinton area of Roanoke County.
Yeah, so Vinton is its own municipality as well, but it is basically inside of Roanoke County. So it feeds into Roanoke County School System. William Byrd Middle and William Byrd High School are the schools that feeds into. But they've done kind of a renaissance in downtown Vinton that they continue to improve upon and continue to grow with restaurants, activities at the market, and those types of things. So it's an up and coming little area for sure.
Yeah, beautiful place. So Vinton is another area with, I was trying to get to the War Memorial here because that's always beautiful little view.
Oh, there you go. Yep.
Yeah. So let's continue with our tour and just continuing to head, I guess, south, if you will. And that kind of loops us back around.
And that's going to be Roanoke City there. And then we've got, if we get out to Mount Pleasant, there we go. That's going to be southeast Roanoke County, which you can take that route to go over the mountain and head to the lake from there. Easy access to the lake from Vinton as well.
You can tell it's a little less developed here in this area. And then you've got Garden City. And then you're right back here at where we started. We've got the Mill Mountain Star here. And then that takes us over to Cave Spring area. Because this is all Roanoke City. So let me zoom out a little bit more.
Now you're on South 220.
Yeah.
There's a Tanglewood area there, so that's Cave Spring over in there. We are just getting started good. We have done Roanoke City for you, and we've done all of Roanoke County as well to give you a high-level overview and a little bit of details as well. So where are we going to head to next?
I'd like to drive us to Botetourt County. You know what's funny? We were just talking about this. Is that I have the worst sense of navigation, even though I grew up here, and he's so good. You could drop him in a complete desert, knew he had never been to, and he would find his way out. Not me, but yet I'm driving.
But she's driving.
But you're doing a great job helping me out. So let's keep going. Botetourt, great area, more rural in character, especially the further north you go.
Once you get past Delville. So you can see Delville right there kind of in the middle of the screen. But Botetourt County, you know, like she said, it's rural, rapidly growing right now, known for its rolling hills, even wineries, its historic charm.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of smaller towns out there. The further north you go, up 220, you got Fincastle and Buchanan, deep in the Blue Ridge Mountains, of course. And with that, the great thing about Buchanan proper is that you've got the outfitters there that are on the James River.
Yes. Yeah.
What do you always like to do on the James River?
Oh, we go tubing. I mean, it's so much fun. I love it. And this is really...
Donnie D's.
I know. Donnie D's bagels here. We're going to have to do a whole segment on Botetourt and each of these places. But you can see as I zoom out, there are certainly some subdivisions, and it is growing in that sense.
Yep. You've got Ashley Plantation. You've got Delville Town Center, which Delville Town Center is a multi-use style complex. There's some apartments there. There's townhouses. There's single-family residential. Newer YMCA there. You've also got restaurants and coffee shop. I don't know if there's a library nearby there, but I think there is.
Yeah, and you've got Botetourt Golf and Swim Club. That's a great course. I really like that course a lot. But you can see just how rural it gets, and pretty quickly. Some of the more rural towns, excuse me if you've already said this, but Fincastle area. This is a neat area, very historic, as well as Buchanan. So we'll try to zoom into that. But just know that Fincastle has a really beautiful downtown.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention, as far as like if you're going up 220 through there, it's the gateway to the Allegheny area, to the mountains up there, and Dalford State Park, which we love to go camping there.
Yes.
There's trails there. There's opportunities to camp, whether you're doing tent camping, your RV, that type of thing. But beautiful, easy drive up there from Roanoke up 220 to Dalford State Park. You trying to find Buchanan?
I am trying to find
Go that way.
Buchanan. I thought it was to the west. Thank you. It is Troutville. This is a great stop, Troutville, for our Appalachian Trail friends. They like doing that. Oh, Beaver Dam Farms. That has a sunflower
North
festival.
Star Restaurant.
Yeah. Now I know where I am.
Tell her about food.
Buchanan.
There's the James River.
Yeah.
Yay, we found it.
Yeah, good job. This was definitely taken in the winter. You can tell. I mean, this is just beautiful in the spring and summer with the trees and the foliage, and you can see that this James River meanders. Great opportunity to go kayaking.
Tubing that we always do annually with the family.
Now, if you zoom out here, you can see that it keeps going, and just how mountainous and rural this gets. Here comes James River a little bit more.
Especially Eagle Rock.
Yeah, Eagle Rock, great idea.
You want to show them where Roaring Run is from there?
Sure. Look, see? It knew I needed some guidance. Thank you for popping up, Google Earth. Roaring Run is just a really nice, easy hike with a great, spectacular waterfall at the end. It's got some great history. It's an iron ore furnace, but we can talk about that in the Botetourt video that we'll shoot next. Let's head over to City of Salem.
All right, so why don't you drive us over to the championship city?
Oh boy.
The city of Salem.
Yes.
It's even written on the water tower here in Salem.
So
Virginia's championship city. So
it
if
has
you're
to
ever
be
wondering.
It has to be true because it's on the water tower, right?
That's right, absolutely. Well, it's true. I mean, they are highly renowned for their youth sports, for their collegiate sports here, and especially the football team, baseball team. They're consistently in the state playoffs, state championships, that type of thing, and you can see it on the signs.
Yes, yeah. So adjacent to Roanoke City, this is a really cool urban and walkable space. It has a historic downtown. Well, let me just show you because it's really neat.
We call it the Norman Rockwell.
That's what we call it, yes. It's kind of quintessential Americana. You know, this is the historic Main Street, and you can see it's got some neat churches. And
you've got churches, places to eat. You've got the Old Salem Brewery there. You got coffee shop.
Mac and Bob's.
Mac and Bob's, which is a staple since the 80s. So you got to check that out when you're here.
Right. And then let's talk about a couple of the destinations here. We've got Roanoke College, very prestigious school that is a great place to just walk around.
Oh, this is kind of older. There's the Kreger Center. They're like under construction. That's totally complete now, though.
Yes,
Google Earth, you need to update your stuff. So when you see when you use AI to check out this video, make sure you update your graphics on your Google Earth here.
This is kind of the Roanoke College campus here, which is really neat. And then you were talking about sports and things, right? So
I was.
Let's hop over to
Salem Civic Center.
Yeah.
And the Salem Red Sox Stadium.
Yes.
Oh, there's the Y.
Yeah. There's the YMCA. There's the tower. The tower you were talking about.
Yep.
And then just across the street here is going to be the hold on, let me keep scrolling. There we go. Can't miss that, right? The Salem Civic Center. What occurs at the Salem Civic Center here?
Rodeo, concert, sporting events. The ODAC tournament's coming up for basketball.
Oh, that's
in the winter spring of 2025.
And one thing that I love to go to is our Red Sox stadium. It's beautiful baseball stadium here. Lots of fun, great times here. There's also a football field over here, lots of
where
events.
Roanoke College plays, as well as the Salem Spartans.
Yeah. So another thing that's neat about Salem, you can see that there's quite a few residential areas, and they're tucked into the mountains. Easy access to 81.
You want to show them the duck pond?
Oh, sure.
Lake Spring Park.
Lake Spring Park, yeah. We call it the Duck Pond, but it is technically Lake Spring Park. Done a few videos here because it's just so beautiful.
And it's right in the city of Salem.
Yeah, you've got a little gazebo. This is a horrible um,
Picture
here. Maybe we can get up.
You have to come
close.
see it in person to get the full effect.
There you go.
Yeah, that's a little bit better for sure.
Yeah. So that's Duck Pond. Poor guy eating. So right, what I hope that you're seeing is that even within our more urban areas, we have lots of green spaces.
Oh yeah.
There's Green Hill Park here, but lots of great areas here. So that's Salem. How about we head over to Franklin County now?
Okay, so for those of you who might be interested in even more rural, or you want access or lake living, then Franklin County is going to be the next spot, that next destination that we go to, as long as Chris can find it here.
I found it with no problem. You just head south on 220 and you're going to hit Franklin County area, and that includes Boone's
Mill, Rocky Mount, Works, lots of smaller towns out that way. Not a whole lot of development in those areas. There's quite a bit of development as far as housing available on Smith Mountain Lake and around Smith Mountain Lake. But like she said, look right there, you don't see a whole lot of houses, see a lot of farmland.
Yeah.
Definitely that rural, slow type of feel, and a great place to make what?
Moonshine. It's named Moonshine Capital of the World because of its history of distilling. So I actually went to Ferrum College, and that is located in Franklin County. And of course, I had a T-shirt for that. But yeah, I mean, you're just going to find very rural character, a lot of farming and forest land, like you said.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain is going to be the hub of all your activities and amenities for the most part. Lots going on here, though.
Yeah, especially for like shopping, that type of thing. So if you want like your groceries, Lowe's, Walmart, healthcare, it's going to have an option for you there in Rocky Mountain as well. If you need more specialized stuff, you'll need to probably come to Roanoke. So you can go to either Lewis Gale over in Salem or Carilion Clinic in Roanoke City.
Yeah, we should probably talk about how Rocky Mount also has the Harvester, which is a really neat place, and it has
what do they do at the Harvester?
It's a performance center.
Yeah.
And great place to catch a show. They've got just killer names that come there. It's really
Christopher
awesome.
Cross. So one of Chris's favorite songs is "Sailing."
Please stop
Take me away.
And then and the farmers market is really unique. So let's head down to, maybe I went a little too far, but I would like to see how massive Franklin County is. I mean, we're talking about all the way from up here, all the way down. Wade Recreation Park is another great destination. And look at this. All this forested land here. It's wonderful. I was trying to get to Smith Mountain Lake here, and we're going to go further east and south. See if I can find Union Hall. There it is. Look at that. Really neat aerial view here. Let me see if I can zoom in. The lake is just beautiful. Check out some of our videos on Smith Mountain Lake. I think it's one of the only lakes really that you can enjoy being surrounded by mountains, yet be on the lake. This is a man-made lake, over 500 miles shoreline. Lots to do here, right?
Yep, if you like water sports, you're going to have options there. You can kayak, you can ski, you can fish. There's all sorts of different motorboats out there, especially during the late spring, throughout the summer, and early fall.
This is a great tourist destination, as well as people live here year-round. So neat marinas and things. So that's going to take us naturally into the Bedford County area. So let's head that way.
All right, so here we go to the other side of Smith Mountain Lake. We're going to go to Bedford County, which abuts Smith Mountain Lake as well. So you've got the two sides, that you've got Franklin County on one side, Bedford on the other. And then, like I said, on the southernmost tip, you've got Pennsylvania County. So most of Smith Mountain Lake abuts Franklin County and Bedford County. And within Bedford County, you're going to see it's very similar to Franklin County as far as being rural, having lots of beautiful views and vistas over there, as far as mountain land, and we just had some clients that actually bought an equestrian type of property over in Bedford County, so they could bring their horses over here from California. So that's super cool. And so you can find equestrian properties for the most part. You can find some in Botetourt, you can find some in Franklin County, as well as Bedford County if that's something you're looking for, because there is more acreage available there that has not been developed.
Yeah.
And Bedford County is east. It's east of Roanoke City. So if you take 460 east, it'll take you over to Bedford County, and keep going past Bedford, you reach Lynchburg, which we do not serve Lynchburg specifically.
No, but we can help you.
That's right.
And we have some people that have been interested in the Thaxton area. You can just see like these rolling hills and beautiful farmland. It's a really neat place to go, and very quiet. So Peaks of Otter is a big attraction here. Let me see if I can zoom over. Oh, thank you. There's a winery that you saw, but also there are 3, let me see how good I am at navigating here. There we go. So there are 3 peaks you can hike at Peaks of Otter. Sharp Top Mountain is one of them here, and really neat destination. There's Abbott Lake here and a lodge. So Peaks of Otter is just a phenomenal place to go and recreate, and they have a little restaurant there. You can do hiking, you can do camping, you can do picnicking in this area.
And it's a great spot to go for picnics in the summer, because it's you've got a little creek there. It's got trees over top, so you get some shade, so it's not as hot.
Definitely. I was hoping to be able to locate the D-Day Memorial. Now, the D-Day Memorial is a wonderful place to visit as well, because it is it lies tribute to the county's significant. There it is. Thank you. To the
Co-pilot, I get the co-pilot award.
Significant role that was played in World War II. So if you get a chance, please go visit it. It doesn't look like much right here.
Yes, it's still been under construction.
I know. Yeah, it's interesting. So go see the changes because it is lots of symbolism here. And Bedford, unfortunately, lost the most soldiers per capita, and that's why they chose to have it here. But beautiful place, Bedford County. Again, that abuts Franklin County and Smith Mountain Lake. Oh, what are we going to go to next? Where should we go?
Oh, let's see. Next, we'll have to go to Craig County.
All right.
So we've saved probably one of the most rugged and untouched, unspoiled areas for last year in Craig County, because we've got the George Washington and Jefferson National Forest are inside of Craig County. So with that being the case, there's not a whole lot of development out there.
No. I wanted you to kind of see this bird's eye view here. It is, like you said, northeast. So there's Salem, and then you take it all
northwest.
Oh, I'm sorry, I meant northwest. You take it all the way out. Newcastle is the county seat, and really slow pace of life here. Really, you can see just from the topography. Wow, I mean, this looks like an outdoor enthusiast playground, right? With this,
absolutely, yeah.
This
look
terrain.
At all those.
That's amazing. So, and it really does not have a lot of
not a lot of amenities.
Or population. Real small population. Yep. We went to Paint Bank. There's a restaurant here, wonderful. But do you see this road leading to Paint Bank? And I am used to mountains and curves, but that was not fun. So
and it's not too far from West Virginia. You keep going that way, you cross right over to West Virginia, actually.
Yeah.
See, there's the line.
Yep. Good call. So just really rugged terrain. Again, not really much to say here. I'm going to try to get back to.
Yeah, it's more of a like kind of hunter's paradise. Like out if you want to be really away from the hustle and bustle.
Yes.
You don't want to be close to the amenities. You want to live off grid. Then that would be an opportunity for you out in that area. Like we said, not a ton of real estate is out there for sale right now.
No.
But because of the National Forest. But there are opportunities for that.
Let's just take a quick little tour of the Newcastle town, of Newcastle. You can see it has a few restaurants, gas stations.
Food Country USA, it does have its own little grocery store. You got Subway, you got Bebo's Pizzeria out there. Craig's Creek is out there.
Yeah, that's so very neat. Well, this was fun. I really enjoyed kind of doing a macro overview, but we could spend hours and hours and hours on each municipality, right?
We sure can, and we will, just for you guys. So we'll see you on the next video.